Hey everyone, this is back. It's Kamish. This time after the draft, team by team previews. I don't have any specific order that I'm going to do these in. They're just going to be completely random. And Steven in US1 in the East Division, original owner, is the first one that we're going to go through here. Unlike last year, where I've always kind of rated where you're at with your QB or your positions and how good you are positional wise. This year I'm just going to go through your schedule, and you saw the schedule go up, and kind of do it like they do on NFL.com, kind of predict what I think your season's going to look like. So let's get right into it. So with Steven in US1, his first game week 1's versus divisional rival Pack Attack. I see a W for Steven there. I think Pack Attack I don't believe he didn't draft till like round 4 or 5 or 6 or something crazy like that. Obviously hurt him getting any stars for his team, so I think Steven went ahead on that one. Week 2 versus the CDC. I see a loss there. Mike, also an original owner. The difference here, I think, is Steven never showed up for the draft, and if you don't show up for the draft, you're not going to get that depth, and Mike did, and Mike just has more depth, so I see a loss there. The next game is against Luke and Too Good for a Name. I see a W there for Steven, starting the season off strong, 2-1. Too Good for a Name, just for the first 4 games, is missing his 2 best players, Le'Veon Bell and Tom Brady. That's going to affect him here. Week 4 versus Luck Commander and Mark. I see a loss there. I think Luck Commander is just more of a complete team. Again, he was at the draft, and that makes a world of difference. So we're at 2-2. Week 5, I see another game against a divisional rival here, Haha Dix and Sean. Loss for Steven. Sean's just a much more superior team. He's very active. He's always constantly trying to trade to improve his team, and it shows. He's just got a better team here now in the year 3. Week 6 versus Green Lightning and Lucas. I see a loss for Steven. I think the teams are almost kind of close. It's just looking at the matchups. I think Green Lightning has better matchups for his players in Week 6, which is why I gave the loss to Steven. Week 7 against Joshua and Cry Phoenix. Another loss for Steven. I think basically Joshua just has way more depth. Best qualifier coming in from the previous leagues, and I think Joshua is gonna make some moves, and we'll get into it when we preview his team for sure. Week 8, Steven plays the Commish. No doubt in my mind that's gonna be a loss. I think the Commish, you saw with all the high draft picks this year. I'm an active owner, obviously. I trade to improve my team. I was at the draft. No contest here in this one, I think. Week 9 versus Deuce Bombers and Ryan. Steven gets back in the W column in that one. The bye really hurts Deuce Bombers in this matchup. He'll be missing Jay Cutler and Gronk in that matchup, which definitely favors US1 and Steven. Week 10, Steven will take on another divisional rival, and that's Robert and Templars. And that's going to be a loss. The East Division is getting much better. I think one new owner in there, and the owners that are in here are committed owners, just like Steven. I just think that other teams made the leap this year, whereas Steven, obviously, again, not showing up to the draft. It's going to kill you. Templars is just steadily improving. Week 11, another divisional rival, the new owner, Ron and Steel Curtain. Loss for Steven here. I think both teams are crippled by the bye in this one. If you look at the matchup, Week 11, both teams are in rough shape, but I just think Ron's going to find a way to pull that one out. Week 12, he'll take on the 6-9. Clever name there by Milan, new name, original owner. And that's going to be a loss for Steven. I think Milan traded away some of his early draft picks for this draft, but I think he still obviously showed up for the draft. He drafted fairly well. So where does that put Steven? Because Week 13 this year, as everyone knows, is a flex game. So it'll be determined on what's going to be the best matchup for the playoffs. Or maybe it's a survival game. And right now, Steven, before the flex game, would be at 3-9. I think he's definitely going to be potentially in a survival game for Week 13. But only time will tell. Good luck, Steven. Wish you were at the draft.